Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. So today is Monday, October 6th, and I am like 70-ish% into Catabasis, so I would love to finish it this week. And I also want to read Sharp Ends this week, which this one is not too long. It's less than 400 pages, I think. Yeah, it's 370. So I also want to read this. It would be great if I could finish both of these. But like, I am 70% into this one, but this one is actually more of a priority in terms of like video schedules. So maybe I will just start this before I finish this. I don't know, because again, it's not too long. So I don't think I will take like, the whole week to read it. But also, I don't want to risk not having time to read it. So like, maybe I should. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. It's already like 8:30 p.m. on Monday and I have not yet decided. So there's that. But apart from these, I also want to read like horror books. I don't know which horror books. I mean, I think I am going to start with They Bloom at Night, which I know literally nothing about. I just know that the cover is really beautiful in like the creepiest way possible, like really pretty. So I think that is the one I'm gonna start with. But other than that, I don't know. And like, hopefully I will read more than one horror book. That is the goal. And hopefully I will read both of these books. That is also the goal. That is an ambitious goal, but I've been reading a lot the last couple weeks and I am still in a reading mood. I still want to like read everything. So I think I should be able to at least like read most of these plans. But yeah, those are the plans, those are the goals, and we'll see if I manage to achieve all of this. And I actually don't really have any plans like this weekend. Last weekend I did like have plans. I stayed here for my plans, but this weekend I don't really. I know that I am going back to my parents' house, but I don't know what I'll do. And at work this week, I am actually going to be at the biobank three times or like 2 days, which I am really not looking forward to because I am never looking forward to any of this. I also, during the weekend, learned that I am going to be giving like some lab classes soon. So I'm also not looking forward to that because I hate teaching. I've been told that I'm good at it. I think I am terrible. So who's to say? But yeah, I don't like it. I don't like really. I feel like it's a lot of pressure to teach other people. I don't like people watching me. And worse than watching me is like me having to explain. So there's that. But yeah, that will be happening in like 2 weeks. Yeah, in 2 weeks. I will be doing that. And yeah, that's it. Other than that, I'm just, my normal like lab work and rest of the stuff, which is fine, which I do enjoy. I also do have to do like some writing like for work, which I do not enjoy as much, but it has to be done. And yeah, that's it. I think that is all. So, the plans for this week in terms of reading are just fantasy and horror, basically, which honestly sound like a great combination. And I think that is all that I had to tell you in this intro, so welcome to the vlog. Okay, so it is Wednesday, and I have a lot of reading updates because I have finished slash read 3 books. So I think we can start with Catabasis because it is right here and it's the only one that I actually own physically. So let's just get through this one first. So this is Fantasy and Dark Academia, and it is one of my anticipated releases, actually my most anticipated release of the year. And we are following Alex, and she is a PhD student in like the area of magic, and her supervisor dies in a magical accident that might have been her fault. And like all that she wants is to be like to have a really good position in the world of magic, and she is sure that if she gets a letter of recommendation from her supervisor, who's like this really famous guy in their field, like she will have a good position. So she goes into hell to get him back, to get a letter of recommendation from him. But Peter, who also had the same supervisor as her, like also wants the same thing as her, so they actually go into hell together, and they're supposedly rivals, but they actually start really working together from the beginning. But like they do bicker and argue sometimes, but mostly like they are working together. Then there are some issues that happen between them, but you know, they go through hell, they get to hell, they go through the courts of hell, and they meet some other people, other beings. And like I definitely like the exploration of hell, and I really like the ideas. I didn't like, especially in the first half, I didn't love the execution as much as I was expecting, and I really didn't care at all about the romance. It's not that I didn't care, actually I actively disliked it. So, you know, I did like the book. I especially liked the maybe like the last third. A lot of things happened. There was a lot of like action and Alice like being a badass, so I really liked the ending. The rest I still liked, I still enjoyed, I still had a lot of fun. I was really enjoying to like discover all the courts of hell that they were going through, like what they had to do, the challenges, the people, the places. But I didn't like the romance. And you know, I don't know if it's me because I don't usually like romance, or what, because like I've liked everything that R.F. Kuang has written. I've loved everything that she has written, but like romance has never like been the focus. The rest I did still really like, and like I'm not entirely sure what to rate it yet. Like I went into it expecting it to be 5 stars, and it's definitely not 5 stars. And I'm actually between like 3.5 or 4. So I guess like technically it would be 3.75, but I have to decide if it's closer to 3.5 or to 4. But like I said, I did really like the last section of the book. So like it is probably gonna be a 4, but yeah, I'm a little disappointed. Like obviously 4 is a great rating, but I just expected to like, you know, be obsessed with it, and I wasn't. But it was still a good time. I still did really enjoy it overall, and yeah, that's that. I finished that today. Then They Bloom at Night, which was a horror book, and basically we were following, I think her name was Noon. Once I'm done with the book, I forget the characters' names. I think her name was Noon though, and she lived in Louisiana, and after a hurricane, there were some like things in the water, and they appeared as like some sort of red algae, and also there were like some disappearances. And so Noon was like investigating what was happening basically, and trying to figure out like why people were disappearing, what was happening to them, who was disappearing them. And she like herself, like there was something happening in her body, like changing in her body. And so she actually like works with together with like someone else, and they are, you know, investigating what's happening. And so, you know, there was some body horror, which I really like, and also it was definitely like creepy, it was scary. I really like the vibe, and at the same time, like Noon was going through some stuff like in her personal life, like real life things. And surprisingly, like, I also like that. I always say that in horror books, I usually don't like real life horror. Although this wasn't technically real life horror, it was also like not fun. So, I actually did enjoy that part too. So overall, I did really like the book, and I think I'm gonna give that one 4 stars. And then just now I finished Play Nice, which is another horror book, and in that one we're following Cleo, maybe. And in the beginning of the book, her mom dies, and she like gets the house where she and her sisters used to live in when they were kids, like when they were with their mom, because their parents were divorced. And when they were there, like when they were kids, like she doesn't remember much, but like supposedly there was a demon in the house, and their mom, like, she wrote a book, but their dad never let them read it because like they didn't really have a relationship with their mom. Like, they cut all ties with her because she was like abusive, and so they didn't really read the book, they didn't talk to her and nothing. But like now that she died, Cleo like is at the house, and she's gonna like remodel it and sell it. And when she's at the house, she also starts experiencing some things, and then she finds a book that her mom wrote, and she starts reading. And in the book, her mom talks about what she went through. And I really liked the parts of like her mom's book, like when we were learning what she was going through, what she was experiencing. I thought the part was really creepy, and I did like that. And also like when Cleo herself was experiencing paranormal stuff, I did like that. But everything else, like, because when she left the house, it was not creepy or unsettling or anything anymore. It was very like light and funny, and that's not the vibe that I was looking for in a horror book. And also there was a romance that, like, when the guy appeared, I thought he was so suspicious. And so I'm not gonna say if he was actually up to something or not, but like he was super suspicious to me. And yeah, I didn't like that. And I also didn't care about like the issues that she had with her sisters. I didn't really care about that. I did like the creepy part about the demon in the house. That was fun, but the rest was just okay. Like, I didn't particularly care, and I also didn't particularly love Cleo. So I think I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I'm not entirely sure yet, but it is probably gonna be a 3. But like I said, I literally just finished it like before turning on the camera. So yeah, I still need to think a little bit about it, but yeah, probably 3 stars. And that is it. That is all that I've read, which is actually a lot. And I am exhausted because like these last couple days have been crazy. Like, I've had so much to do, and I've actually had to like go to work earlier both of these days, like especially today. So I am so tired, and it is 6 minutes past midnight. So yeah, I've been awake for a long time, but yeah, I really wanted to finish both of the books today, and I actually haven't yet started reading Sharp Ends. I am gonna start it probably tomorrow. I probably won't finish it when I wanted to finish it, but it is what it is, But I am excited to start it because I absolutely love this world. I love these characters, and I'm excited to go back. Ideally, like, I wanted to finish it on Friday, but since tomorrow is Thursday, I don't think that's gonna happen. So now, hopefully, I will finish it on Saturday. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I will, like I said, probably start it tomorrow, and I am very excited to get into it. If I do finish it on Saturday, I would also like to start, soon-ish, Among the Burning Flowers, which is another anticipated release, and it is fantasy, and it is the prequel of I never know the name of the series, and also it doesn't tell me. So, but like the main book is, Roots of Chaos. That's the name of the series. The series of the Priory of the Orange Tree. This is there's already a prequel, but I think this prequel is like before that prequel. So yeah, I'm excited. And like these covers are really so pretty. Like, there's a lot of color, which could be like not, like, it could not work, but actually like it really works for me. I love these covers, and like especially when they shine, gorgeous. So yeah, there are these 2 books that I eventually want to start. I mean, this one I want to start soon. This one, we'll see if I get there. And if I have time, I'll probably like start another horror book because I am still very much in the horror mood. And like, this is all fantasy. This was fantasy. So yeah, and again, fantasy and horror are a great combination to have like side by side, because I do read multiple books at the same time, and it is better if they're not the same genre. Sometimes I do read the same genre, but you know, if I have a fantasy and a horror, that's like even better. So yeah. And yeah, so tomorrow and Friday, like I think I'm gonna be a little more chill, but still I have a lot to do, and I still don't have plans for the weekend, but I'm sure something will come up. But yeah, I think that is all for now. I've told you about the 3 books I've read. I think I've already read like 800 pages in 3 days, which is just like absolute insanity to me. I don't know how that's happening. I'm really glad that's happening, and I'm really glad that I am in such like a reading mood. I'm very happy, but that's crazy. But yeah, I'm happy, but I'm also extremely tired. So I'm going to go, and I will probably talk to you either like Friday night or Saturday. Hello. So I said that I would talk to you either Friday or Saturday, but it's actually Sunday. Because on Friday, like I was so tired. And then yesterday, like we were out of the house the whole day. And at night, when I was like, okay, maybe I'll film now, my parents went to sleep. And so I didn't want to be talking like very loudly. So I'm here now. And I don't even know like what I've done since I last talked to you. But I have read a horror book, and I started Sharp Ends. I am definitely nowhere near where I wanted to be. Also, because yesterday I didn't read at all, but I did start it, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I am like 30% in only, which is like 5 short stories, because this is a short story collection. I think I mentioned before. Honestly, I don't know. But yeah, I read like 5 short stories, and we are basically getting like, so far the short stories we got were either like before the events of the first trilogy in the series, or like during the first trilogy in the series. But then we're gonna have like short stories that are like after that, like some of them kind of like while the standalones were happening, and I think some of them are like after the standalones as well, at least like 1 or 2. So yeah, I'm actually really liking it. I'm really liking to be back in this world, to see some characters that I missed from the first trilogy, and also to meet some new characters that we are meeting here. And yeah, I love being back in this world. I love this author's writing. I love the characters that he writes, and I am having a lot of fun to be back in this, but I haven't really had that much time to read, so I've only gotten to page 119, so that's that. And then I read a horror book which was called My Ex the Antichrist, which like I knew nothing about like the synopsis when I went into it. I just thought that it had a very interesting title. And so basically you're following a character whose name I don't remember anymore, but she basically used to date the Antichrist. And we were like learning about her life, like when she met him, like while they were dating, and even like after they broke up. And basically, like they started a band together, and the book was sort of like it had interviews, I guess, with like the different members of the band and like some other people as well. And they were like talking about their experience with the Antichrist, basically. But like I was pretty bored. I didn't care about anything. I also wasn't really like creeped out or scared or anything. Like I didn't feel anything. And like yes, at the end there were like some crazy things happening, and there was some action. It was like a bit better, but still there was nothing I really liked. Like I didn't hate the book, but there was also nothing that I liked. I was just bored, really. I was just mostly bored throughout the entire book. And yeah, I didn't really like it. Again, I didn't hate it, but I definitely didn't like it. I think I'm gonna give it 2.5 stars because like I didn't hate it. There's nothing that I thought was terrible about it, but also there's nothing that I thought was great about it. So yeah, it would probably be, I'm still debating between 2 and 2.5 stars, but it would probably be 2.5. And there is that. That's all that I have read since I last talked to you. And like, yeah, every time I come to my parents' house, I just read way less while I'm here. So I don't know why I expected this weekend to be any different. But yeah, so yesterday we were out the whole day, basically. We went to the city, we went like shopping, we went like just walking around. Then we went to my grandma's house as well. We stayed there with her for some time. Then I went on a run, and then I came back and I was just like doing other stuff. I didn't read at all. I did plan on reading Sharp Ends, but it just didn't happen. And today actually was like the day to vote for, I guess, mayor? I don't know if that's really how you would translate what it is in Portuguese, but mayor is definitely like the closest thing that I can think of. So yeah, we went to vote for that. And now I'm back, and I do definitely want to read Sharp Ends today. I will, obviously not finish it, but I would like to make some progress in it, to get some more, like a few more short stories in. And because yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I just didn't really have time yesterday, but I hopefully will have some time today. It is currently 4:28, and I also do want to go on a run today, like later, maybe like 6-ish. So I'm gonna eat something, then I will maybe read something. That would be great. And then I will go on a run, and I do have to go back to my house eventually. We have already gone like grocery shopping and stuff, so that's done. I'm not planning on doing anything else like out of the house other than running. But yeah, I just need to like pack and get ready to go. And yeah, hopefully when I get to my place, I will also be reading a bit. That is, again, the goal. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen, but yeah, I'm definitely excited to get back into this book and into this world and into these characters, because there are some, like, I think the short stories are like more connected than I expected, because I thought they were all just gonna be like, a short story about a group of characters or a character, and then all the others were like about different characters. But actually, like, there are some characters that we are following through the years, like in different short stories. So I am excited to like learn more about those characters, because those are new characters that I hadn't met before, and I'm pretty interested in them, especially like one of them. So I'm excited to learn more about those characters. And yeah, I think that is. Oh, yesterday also we were watching. That's also another thing as to why I didn't have that much time to read. Yesterday we were watching the like football game, Portugal's football game, and we won barely. We scored at minute 91, so that was crazy. That was stressful, but we did win. But yeah, that is all for now, and I will talk to you tomorrow to wrap up the vlog. Okay, so it's Monday, and I actually have nothing to update because I actually did not read anything yesterday either. So I didn't read anything at all during the weekend, because it turns out like after I filmed, I actually had to do other stuff, and then I did go on my run, and then I had to like pack and get ready to come here, have dinner. I came here, and then I could have read, but I actually wasn't feeling like it, and I also didn't want to like force myself to read. So I actually didn't read anything at all during the weekend. like now, today, I have actually made some progress in Sharp Ends. So I am still in a reading mood. In general, I just wasn't over the weekend for some reason. And I was scared. I was like, oh no, is my reading mood going away? But I don't think it is because I've already read quite a lot today. So it's fine. But for this vlog, like for this weekly vlog specifically, I have nothing to update you about because yeah, I didn't read at all during the weekend, and I especially didn't read at all since I last talked to you. So I'm here just to tell you like what I read in total and to just say goodbye basically. So this week, even though I didn't read during the weekend, so out of the 7 days, 2 of them I didn't read, I still read a lot. So I finished Catabases. I started Sharp Ends, I read They Bloom at Night, I read Play Nice, and I read My Ex, the Antichrist. And that was 1,326 pages, which for 5 days, for me, is absolutely insane. I don't know how I read that much, but I did, so I'm very happy with that. I am very shocked with that as well. Like, if I had read during the weekend, I would have read like 1,500 pages, which is crazy. But that is literally all I have to tell you because nothing else happened. I didn't read anything else. So that is all. That is everything for this weekly reading vlog. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed it. And if you did, give it a like and subscribe. And I will talk to you next time. Bye!